global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Global Happenings Today. Ever since the visit of Nnamdi Kanu in detention by both his brother and Ifeanyi Ejiofor, the lead counsel to Nnamdi Kanu on IPOB matters. Of course, the lead counsel right now is the senior advocate of Nigeria, Mike Ezehume. But on IPOB matters, it's definitely Ifeanyi Ejiofor. Well, as we speak, Ifeanyi Ejiofor have started speaking in a language that hopefully, I'm praying that you will understand by the time I'm done with reading the news. And the brother also spoke. We're going to combine the two news very quickly into one. But before we do that, we'd like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you will see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Okay, let's start with what the brother has got to say. That's Prince Emmanuel Kanu. Well, according to Prince Emmanuel Kanu, he said just finished seeing the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, for emphasis, Nnamdi Kanu, at the Department of State Security Services in Abuja. He received us with a broad smile, and we had a very meaningful discussions. He urged us to remain focused and maintain order according to hierarchy. Principle and accountability were his key words. Prince Emmanuel Kanu, the brother of Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, he deliberately emphasized the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra for all these stories that he's no more the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra has been sacked. He had to re-emphasize that he still remains one and only leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. And this is the message Ifeanyi Ejiofor has to say below. He said, "Good morning, ezigbo ụmụ Chineke eji eme ọnụ." I will interpret that. He said, "Good morning, ezigbo ụmụ Chineke eji eme ọnụ," as in, good morning, correct God's children that I used to boast on. Chai, what a name for people who follow him. He said, after going through this Bible teaching during my morning devotion, I find it compelling to recommend it for wider audience, particularly now we approach the D-Day. Before King Hamad of Ottoman went to war, he locked his wife, the beautiful queen, in a private room and gave the key to his best friend, Musa, and said, if I'm not back in 4 days' time, open the room and she's yours. He climbed on his horse and gallops off towards the battlefield. Half an hour later, the king noticed a cloud of dust behind him. He stopped and saw his friend galloping very fast towards him. What's wrong? Asked the king. What's wrong? Asked the king. Out of breath, his friend Musa said and responded, you gave me the wrong key. What? Can you imagine? He didn't even wait for the said 4 days before trying the keys. Be careful the one you consider your best friend and whom you think you can entrust them with your hard-earned treasures. They could be wishing you dead soon and hopefully inherit your God-given fortune. Chukwu Okike Abiama, he's always on the throne and on guard at all times. Remain blessed, Umu Chineke. What an encrypted message. I don't know what it means, but I can assure you that it means quite a lot. And you know, if you've been following us for a while now, you will agree with me that Ifeanyi Ejiofor have been going through quite a lot of he has been screaming on the issue of backstabbing from people he loves, people in the rank and file, the legal team. Don't forget that just recently, barely 2 weeks ago, Bruce Wayne demanded that he steps aside for Nnamdi Kanu's case, being the fact that he had a fraud allegation against him, 5.6 million naira, that happened some many years ago. Why it was happening, why the case sprung up now, it's a mystery to too many, but let's really look at this his story. Very interesting one, I must say, that a king gave his friend the key, a key that is housing his queen, his wife, a beautiful queen. And he told the wife, and told the best friend, Musa, that if I'm not back in 4 days, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 days, you can now open the door and my queen is yours. He has not even driven off, he has not ridden off, because when he rode off with the horse, he has not ridden off up to 45 minutes, according to the story he gave. So just 30 minutes, he saw his friend running, also behind him. So what's the problem? Sir, the key you give to me is wrong now. The key is not right. The key is not opening the door. Are you not supposed to wait for 4 days? I've not even gone. So how did you know it's locked? It's wrong key? Because you have gone to try it. How the friend got to know it was a wrong key was because his friend had already tried the key, which means if he had gone in, he had gotten the right key, he would have started sleeping with the king's wife, and possibly wish his death, so he can inherit the queen finally. It's a message. It's an encrypted message. And I guess it's also referring to those around him, saying maybe there's someone so close to him, someone dear to him, that he brought in. Said, okay, see what I'm enjoying, or see what I've gone this far, see the fame I've gotten. See, you can also get the same. Come along, let's do this together. And probably the person that's working at the background or even at the forefront, we don't know. Ifeanyi Ejiofor sometimes likes talking and scripted messages. Except you come open, he will not really come open. So for him to have said what he has said, and it's not only for Ifeanyi Ejiofor, it goes to both Nnamdi Kanu. Look at what is happening in Nnamdi Kanu's case, where there's so much allegation that there's one new leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. Her name is Mrs. Kalu, Sophia Chineke, so Kalu. So many funny stories that does not even add up. IPOB had to debunk. His legal team had to talk about it. Even the brother, for emphasis sake, had to repeat that he still remains the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. What I do know for sure, that there's no smoke without fire. When the rumor is moving very strongly like this, it means there's underground checks to try it, or it is on the move, or it's about to be hashed, if it's not already on. But the funny part is trying to replace a leader with a woman, especially with Igbo culture, with due respect to the female folks. Igbo culture, a movement of this magnitude, most men will not take authority from a woman, will not take command from a woman. Except, of course, that woman will be like a Deborah that will come and lead the chat, But other than that, I don't see it coming to fair. So this whole story also that Ifeanyi Ejiofor is saying in an scripted manner, also is not only for him. It goes to each and every one of us. Be careful who you give the key to your treasure to. It may be one enemy so close to you that I've been hoping and praying that you'll be stupid enough to give him your key to your treasure. But that's where we're going to wrap it up. Let's meet in our comment section. What's your take?